Here's a fact. Before you loved Jesus, Jesus loved you. Before you even knew to seek after him, he was seeking after you. Before, and perhaps when you were in rebellion against him, he was doing you good deeds. Wow. This is August 16, and I'm Virgil Koval, and this is Power to Serve Today, a daily devotional podcast to help Christians grow. The topic today, who is my neighbor? And our text comes from Luke 10, verse 29. But he said unto Jesus, Who is my neighbor? You see, among the Jews, the question, who is my neighbor, caused endless disputes. Well, they had no doubt as to the heathen and Samaritans. Well, of course, they were strangers and enemies. But where should the distinction be made among the people of their own nation, among different classes of society? This question Christ answered in the parable of the Good Samaritan. He showed that our neighbor does not mean merely one of the church or faith to which we belong. It has no reference to race or color or class or distinction. Our neighbor is every person who needs our help. Our neighbor is every soul who is wounded and bruised by the adversary. Our neighbor is everyone who is the property of God. Everyone who is in suffering need is our neighbor. Every straying son and daughter of Adam who has been ensnared by the enemy of souls and bound in the slavery of wrong habits that blight the God-given manhood or womanhood is my neighbor. Our neighbors are not merely our associates and special friends. They're not simply those who belong to our church or think as we do. Our neighbors are the whole of the human family. We are to do good to all men, and especially to those who are of the household of faith. We are to give to the world an exhibition of what it means to carry out the law of God, the law of love. We are to love God supremely and our neighbors as ourselves. Today, God gives men opportunity to show whether they love their neighbor. He who truly loves God and his fellow man is he who shows mercy to the destitute, the suffering, the wounded, those who are ready to die. God calls upon every man to take up this neglected work, to seek to restore the moral image of the Creator in humanity. This is Pastor Virgil Koval, just reminding us all who our neighbor is. It's that person that we don't like, that we don't get along with, that we don't agree with, that is so different from us. And here's the sweet thing about it. Jesus will change our hearts so that we love our neighbor.